basically it means that the lower half of my lungs, like, and the alveoli bit, that it's collapsed my lower lungs. And good morning. I lie. It's good evening. Bubble wrap. It's good evening. Well, I woke up at 8. No, I woke up at 10 to 8. Did my nebs, my meds. Woke Sophie up at 9:30. Came downstairs, had breakfast. I went back to sleep. Put in some trusty earbuds. Sophie cleaned the kitchen whilst I was asleep. And I slept for 5 hours again. Well, yeah, partly. But she made a dent on it, so that's a start. But yeah, 5 hours again. I think my body's fighting. Yeah. And is exhausted. But I have the means to be able to sleep. So I'm going to just do what my body says at the moment. Support it in its recovery. Because the last thing I want to do is make it so that my body shuts down and has a hissy fit.
Yeah, no thanks.
No.
Not.
That's when I tend to like have mega long sleep paralysis episodes. So let's try and avoid that. Sophie's sat kind of next to me but on the puff, which is why you could probably hear her but not see her, because there's no way that I'd be able to get both of us in the camera.
No.
So last night we said that I was looking for battery pack and memory card for my phone for Pink, and today I found a telescopic lens to add to the camera.
Yay!
Yes.
I didn't know that yet.
It's taken a lot of research. There is so many different types, and it's trying to look at all the reviews for what people say for whether it's good or this one's better, the clarity of it, and I think I've found the one that is the best amongst the rest. So, what?
I know rhyming. Best amongst the rest.
Oh. Alba's like dying next to me. We've just been out and she just can't sell.
Not when you're talking to the people.
No, come here then.
Are you hugging me?
Scoop.
Oh.
Is that better?
Yeah. Really hot though.
That's the problem. She wants to be fast, but she's just too hot. But I've just been catching up on the news, and there's been 2 really sad stories. The one is about a dog. 2 kids in Cornwall.
They didn't actually in Cornwall it happened.
Falmouth.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said that part.
Okay. Sorry.
Are you okay? My. Still there, innit?
It's better. You can breathe. literally I was like, as I was trying to take a deep breath, because all the gunk, it catches it and it closes off my airway after I get to like a certain breath, and it's just like, shit, I can't breathe. But anyway, back to the story. 2 kids in Falmouth have recorded themselves launching a dog off a cliff. Thankfully, the dog has landed in the sea and is completely uninjured physically. Mentally, that dog is going to remember that and is going to be terrified. And the kids circulated it on Snapchat, which I don't understand why the kids would think that would be a video people would want to watch. But the police have issued a statement saying for the public not to take it into their own hands because they're minors and things like that, and they're still trying to figure out who the kids are. And like Sophie and I just sort of said, at the end of the day, if they're going to commit a crime, they should face the consequences, and their faces should be released if they have it, and for people to try and figure out who they are. Like the picture that was published was just the dog, literally like a screenshot. It was of the dog midair. So I don't know if the video was the case that obviously one was up behind the camera and the other, they didn't actually capture his person, and they literally just captured looking at the cliff and the dog going. So it might be the case that they've got no picture evidence of the people. And then the other story that was pretty horrific was a 9-year-old girl a few years ago died of an asthma attack, and there's a new inquest at the moment that they think she died because of the air pollution that was outside of her home. And they did a survey, and there was 200 lorries that went by her house in 36 hours. And it's...
Did you say that she lived in London?
I don't know
I
now.
can't remember if you told the people that or not.
I don't know.
She lived in London. This happened 6 years ago, and obviously things have gotten worse since that.
Yeah. Pollution is a huge shitter for asthma. When I lived in Bristol, even Clevedon and Bridgewater, my lungs were really bad. I had over 60 admissions in 4 years for my asthma, and I've been in intensive care 20 times. God knows how many times in high dependency, which is the step down from intensive care, but a step up from the ward. And my lungs just could not cope. And the pollution was one of the biggest things that set my lungs off. And the reason why we know that is since I moved to Cornwall, where we're in an area that pretty much hardly any vehicles pass, not compared to Bristol and stuff. I think I've had about 4, maybe 6, possibly 6. Let's go 6 to 8 admissions to intensive care. Not into intensive care, into hospital. And I mean, 2 or 3 of those have been in intensive care, but obviously the main cause wasn't necessarily pollution. It was infections and things.
Or from surgeries.
Yeah. So it is well known that pollution is horrific for asthma. I mean, I'm all for electric cars, massively all for them, because it means less pollution. And then it also means that these kids don't have to be living amongst such crap air. It's not fair. They should be able to enjoy being outside without it destroying their organs. So hopefully something will come of this inquest.
I hope that.
What they could do, I don't know. Because already in London they've already got restricted traffic areas. So I don't know what can be done. But something needs to be done about it. I mean, it's shit for someone my age to be in and out of hospital. And I think that they said that this little girl had been in hospital in and out for 27 times, I think it was. So, yeah, and it's just really crap. I mean, asthma in itself is really crap. And people don't understand that asthma can kill. A lot of people associate a little blue inhaler with asthma, that a few puffs, oh, you're good, because that's what they do on TV. They're just like, puff, puff, oh, I'm perfectly fine. And that really is not the case. Even if you have just a blue inhaler, it takes a lot longer than puff, puff, oh, I'm good. And it is still debilitating with having minor asthma. When I was a kid, my asthma was minor, and it was mainly exercise induced and infections. But even that was life destroying for me, because I loved sport, and God, in a month I would go for a few inhalers, because I was trying to keep my breathing from, like, preventing me from going to hospital. I mean, I had minor attacks, but with my inhaler it like sorted it out. And that was just because I loved sport, and with my allergies and all that crap. So that was pretty shit. And then you've got the degree that I've got now, where I need inhalers, I need tablets, nebulizers, oxygen, NIV. So it's literally two different ends of the scale. But both ends are pretty shit. Especially for a kid, I think, because you don't get to be the kid that a person with healthy lungs can be. And unfortunately, more and more kids are going to end up developing asthma because of pollution. So unless things start to make a change, there will be more kids with asthma than without. But yeah, that's kind of just our little rant about the news today. We're gonna go get some tea, and we'll probably see you in a little while. Yay! That's Sophie saying pig because Alba's just bought this, not calling you guys a pig.
Oh, give me back my pig. That's my pig. My pig.
So I just looked at my discharge summary a bit more closely. And when we first went in on Thursday, I said to Sophie and I said to Dr. Matt that I could feel pressure behind my incision, but I could feel a pressure like by my lungs. And reading the discharge summary, it says I've got, can't say this word, atelectasis. And obviously I just googled that word, and basically it means that the lower half of my lungs, like in the alveoli bit, that it's collapsed my lower lungs, and the alveoli is like filled with like fluid, which is apparently a common complication, breathing complication post surgery. And obviously because I got a really crappy lung disease, and like a progressed really crappy lung disease, I get it. And at the time Dr. Matt was just a bit like, I wonder why you've got pressure in your lungs. Well, now we know. Excuse me?
I'm not okay.
The reason why she's gruff like that.
You can get that on video.
Go on, do it one more time.
Woof. not going to do it, Mummy, because it worked. It told me off twice. Good girl for stopping. Don't leave me, man.
She's got an anti-bark collar on. We bought it years ago because she was horrific with barking, and it's just getting too much. There's a dog somewhere around here that is constantly yapping.
Well, someone came home earlier when I was putting the washing out, and like 4 different dogs that sounded like it was coming from the same
houses
house.
over there.
It sounded like one from there as well.
And it's causing our girls to constantly bark, and it's really stressing us out. So all the other normal like anti-bark collars we hate because it sends like an electric like sort of thing to the dogs, and it's like, oh, what was that? But this one, it's either got a vibrate pulse or it's got like the noise you just heard, and every time she barks and the noise goes off, Alba's like
Really extremely,
like
not knowing where it's from.
She's literally doing this, and it's literally so tilty, and her ears are huge.
She's just like, I don't know how I'm making that noise.
No, and it's so cute. And it's like the most humane sort of anti-bark thing on the market. And as you just saw, it works. We tend to keep it on Alba because Alba barks more. Dixie is more of a gruffer, so she would sit there going ruff, ruff, and literally like we're like, Dixie, shut up, and it was just like, one more time, and she's like ruff, and it's really funny. But Alba's like the proper sort of dog, which is why she tends to wear it. But there's another little update. Oh my god, she shat herself, didn't she? She did. She was not okay with it. But I think that was when it was on vibrate with her, though.
I don't remember. Probably.
She literally darted from the garden in here. It's like, well, it works, but it wasn't nice to witness her be, yeah. So obviously we put it on the noise one for Alba. So I'm actually gonna go have tea now, and we'll watch TV. So we'll see you in a bit. Boop.
Mommy.
Boop. Belly rubs.
Yeah, I'm really
Boop.
cute.
Belly rubs.
Boop.
Belly rubs. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Yeah. I'm
Hmm.
not it.
Boop.
That's rude.
Boop.
Still rude.
Boop.
Mommy, you're rude.
I'm looking away now.
Yeah.
Belly rubs?
I sensed
You
were
did.
that way.
You did. Boop. Oh, bless you.
Oh, you made me sneeze, don't you?
Stretch. Bless you. Bless you.
One more?
Boop. Belly rubs. Boop. 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 Oh, bless you. Boop. Boop. Oh, bless you. There it is. We got it. We got it. We did. We got it. Did we get it? Did we? Yeah? 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 Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we? Did we get it? Yeah? Yeah? Hi. Do you love me? Yeah? Can I have a kiss then? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. What about Mummy?
Yeah.
You're gorgeous.
Mummy boop. 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 And Mummy Boop. Mummy Boop. Mummy Boop.
I want to go to the back.
Mummy Boop.
Like that. I don't know why she's got to go to the back each time.
Mummy Boop. Mummy Boop. Mummy Boop. Mummy Boop. Mummy Boop.
She coughed.
Alba Boop. Mummy Boop. Mummy Boop.
To the back.
Mummy Boop. Mummy Boop.
What about me? No, Mummy Boop. Mummy Boop. Oh.
Mummy Boop. Did I hurt you, Mummy?
No, I just got a hair in my eye. Mummy Boop. Mummy Boop. Oh, thank you. We love you.
Thank you.
Mummy Alba sandwich. So, we're gonna love you and leave you with that cuteness. I'm gonna go take my meds. We're gonna give the girls their treats. And we'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Sunday, May 5th. Just as he said, I will earnestly recall the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will earnestly remember the wonders you performed for our fathers of old. When we lack clear direction, have doubts as to what awaits us, we can think back to a time when God has done something so beyond that he could have imagined, putting us out of quandary and setting our feet down in a good, secure place. In Jesus' last days, the disciples were unsure about where to go to prepare the Passover meal for Jesus, but he told them exactly what would happen, who they would meet, and what they should do and say. Taking him at his word, they went and found it, just as he had said to them. Instead of worrying, go to God. Remember what he has done, the wonders he has performed in the past. Know that he will give you the information you need, and then, when you wake him at his word, you'll be sure to find things just as he said he would. Lord, I don't know what to do, but I know where to turn. I remember the deeds you have done, the wonders you have worked in my life in the past, and I go forth assured you will show me the path to take, that things will happen just as you say.